Hello, and welcome to this tutorial on how to create a fringed stitch to finish off any garment. This is one of the stitches I get asked about all the time when I add it to one of my garments, because people just can't believe that you can crochet it. It's really actually quite simple, it's just a bit fiddly, and I am going to show you how to do it now. So I'm not actually adding it to my cardigan this time around, so here is a panel I've crocheted, and I'm going to do the fringing in this white, so hopefully you'll be able to really see the difference in how to do the stitch, so you've got a good contrast. So I'm just going to start anywhere on my swatch, but you would start at the corner. And tell you what, let's start at the corner so that we can be true to pattern. So what you're going to do is you're going to find your top chain, pop your hook under it, and pull up a working loop, pull that all the way through and just tie that on. You want it nice and secure. Then you're going to go through, pull up a working loop, and you're going to chain one. And then from this, what I always say is you're going to want something you can measure against. So I sometimes use a item like a crochet hook or my phone or whatever I've got hanging around. The TV remote often gets used because I often crochet whilst watching the telly. But if you want to be really precise about it, I suggest you get yourself a tape measure and set that to a specific size. Because what you're going to do is you're actually going to pull this working loop up long, and you're going to pull it to double the length that you want your fringe to be when it's finished. So here I am doing 7 inches, and what you're going to do is you're going to pinch your chained stitch that you did at the bottom, and you keep this on your hook, and you're going to rotate your hook. Ooh, she says, you're going to rotate your hook between 15 and 20 times, and what that does is it builds up a twist. Can you see that? It's building up, sorry, the light is terrible at the minute. It's building up a twist in your working loop. So I'm going to keep going. And when you've developed a nice strong twist in your yarn, you're going to hold that behind your fingers. You're going to take your hook and put it into the next chain stitch. So what I'm doing is I'm holding that, you see, I'm holding that around my fingers because you want to keep that under tension. You're going to put your hook through the next chain, pull through a working loop and take that working loop underneath the twisted loop you've got on your hook. It can be fiddly, feel free to use both hands, take it slow. And once you've slid it under, you're going to hold that hook right by your work, let go, and your twisted loop should twist back on itself, and basically you're plying it and it will stay like that, stable. So then you're going to slip stitch into the next stitch, and you want to pull that all the way through, because otherwise when you pull up your working yarn it will take it from your twist. So now you've done your slip stitch, you're going to pull up another working loop exactly the same length. So there's our 7 inches. You're going to pinch the base and rotate 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There is 20 rotations. Again, you're going to put your hand over it and hold it away. Keep it under tension while you put your hook in the next chain. Pull through your yarn and take that loop underneath the twisted loop on your hook. Hold it steady, let go and allow it to ping. Now sometimes they don't ping immediately straight and you'll have to sort of untwist and retwist them to make sure they're sitting properly, but there's a little bit of manipulation in that. Okay, so now we're going to slip stitch into the next chain and pull up our 7-inch loop. So what I will say is this is a little bit rough on the wrist. So if you've got a big garment to do, or a blanket or something that's quite sizable, I really recommend you take your time and you take some breaks, because otherwise you're going to really hurt your wrists with all that rotation. So when you've got to 20, you're going to put your hook back in the next chain, grab your yarn and pull it through, and slide it over through your twisted one. You're going to pinch it, let it ping, and you'll get your twist. Can you see there? We've already got 3 pieces of fringing. So that's all you do. So you're just going to carry on all the way along your row. So if you're doing this for your cardigan, This goes all the way around the base of your cardigan, but like I say, it's really useful when you can kind of add it to anything. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hold it away, hook in the next chain and pull through a working loop. Take that working loop underneath your twisted loop and allow it to ping. Give it a little twist and you have got your chains. Slip stitch into the next stitch. We'll do that a couple more times just to make sure you've got it, and then off you go. So there is 7 inches. Oh, dropped it. 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hold it away under the next chain and pull up a working loop. Slide underneath your twisted loop. Allow it to wrap. Slip stitch into the next stitch. Now you have fringe stitch. Thanks for watching.